Hey folks, it's Daniel Rashid. What's your first investment gonna look like? That's what we're talking about today, what I would get into or what you should get into personally. Alright, so what should you buy? As an investor, new in the game, are you looking at single families, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes? How big do you go? First off, I would suggest small. Your first investment, especially if you don't have experience. Now, if you have experience, it's a different story. If you worked in property management for a while or you have some experience to bring to the table, it's a little bit different. You can kind of see the numbers coming in and out, especially if you have like an investor partner that you've been in your close contact with, that maybe you work with. Then they could really give you you're learning from working with them, everything from the ground up, which would be a great opportunity for you. Now, if you don't have access to any of those things, I definitely start small, and I do my numbers on what I kind of want to jump into, what makes sense to me. Minimize the damage, so more units to me would make more sense if you can pull it off. If you can't, then it's a single family home, and then it's renting bedrooms. That's an option too. I had one client, their first investment, they bought a nice heritage style home. They made it into, I think there was about 6 bedrooms there, and then they converted the basement over. They almost have 7 rental rooms that they worked with, and they've done so well for themselves, and now they're investing different provinces and doing so many great things just from that one investment. And time, there was more time involved in that, because you're talking a lot more hands-on, dealing with tenancy, one house. There's got to be a lot of ground rules that need to be established. That being said, that investment worked for that particular client. It doesn't always have to be a duplex. It doesn't always have to be a triplex. It could be a single family home that you house hack. And house hacking is basically the general term now that most people use for cutting up a home and making a rental unit out of it, or making another unit out of it, not just renting the rooms. So there's always that option. What does your local area have? Maybe you're in a big city and all you have access to is condos. So you may have to work with what you got, because likely the big city single family homes are extremely expensive, and you probably want to stay away from that. Or go to the outskirts, maybe you buy outside that city. It'll be good to have access to your rental, especially if you're starting small. Good to be able to get there within a reasonable time for the issues that you may have to deal with. So keep that in mind when you're investing. Don't just buy very remote, especially for your first investment. I would not suggest it. So if you're buying something, keep it local, at least accessible to you, so you can view this property and get to it on time. Meet whoever you need to meet, repairmen, maintenance folks, tenants. Because even renting for tenancy, you're going to be meeting a lot of these folks, and it's a lot of time to kind of screen folks. So or bring them through the unit. They may not even want it. So there's going to be a lot of that time. You don't need to be driving a few hours to your investment. So that's basically my take. There wouldn't be a particular vehicle that I would jump into. I would jump into one that makes sense. So you got to be getting good at analyzing deals. Just analyzing and analyzing. I've been saying that all the time. So just learn how to analyze deals. Find out what's making you money. Maybe it's even like a mobile home that makes more sense than a single family home. Easy buy-in. The rent covers the lot rental rate, and it could be as simple as that, where you're renting. Some of those mobile homes have 3 bedrooms and they cost 1/3 of a house. So as long as the park rules are okay with it, you could be looking at renting. Usually long-term rent, you can kind of get away with a lot, but as soon as you start going into short-term rent, you're asking for it if you're not looking into bylaws, because that's the Airbnb realm is a whole different realm, and you need to really look out the ground rules. It's very enforceable. There's not too many banks that work in that realm these days. Not too many of the banks would even lend on land that's rented or leased land. So that's something that you'd have to look at. How do you afford something like that? So there's a bunch of different options. Buying land and holding it is also an option. I mean, if you got a solid price on a very nice strip of land on a high, very busy road that you see commercial purposes for, or you see it growing, there's also an option there. Again, it's Daniel Rashid. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.